deposited abilities. You are carrying them. Ask yourself, what do I have that will possibly make a difference? What do I have that can help someone along life's journey? What do I have to share that will stir the greatness in me or others? Readers and listeners, I have good news for you. Good news that you can become, do, and perform. There is an innate ability within you waiting to be developed. It can be developed through life in Christ. There's a dream, a vision within you that's waiting to be born. You can give birth to it through life in Christ. You can defeat the odds. You can bring forth, you can do and perform by living life in Christ. The Lord said, "Remain in me and I will remain in you." No branch can bear fruit by itself. It must remain in the vine. Neither can you bear fruit unless you remain in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. If a man remains in me and I in him, he will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. John 15:4-5. When I was young, I wanted to teach, model, and write a book. But somewhere along life's journey, those interests fell asleep. I tried to write a book once, but it was a great challenge, so it was never completed. I later received Christ, and those desires were revived. I learned that they were more than just desires. They were dreams, abilities, and gifts deposited within me by God. Dreams and abilities God would use to cause me to see that without him, I could do nothing. The dream without him would never become a reality. It would just remain a dream without power. But with him, the dream will come true, for he will make me productive. With him, the dream would have a foundation with structure. The Lord wasn't slow in starting his work in me. The first writing that he used in developing the inner me was from a seed to a tree. As I remained in the Lord and studied his word, I began to increase in writing. Truly, apart from him, I can do nothing. I could not have written these writings without him. It was a big struggle and a challenge to try without him. But with him, he removed the struggle of what to write and how to write it. I would not use my weak writing skills and grammar as an excuse not to try. I believe God wouldn't allow the lack of grammar or writing skills to prevent his good news from blessing you. I would not lift up a Moses excuse before God. I peeked at my lack of ability, but I looked at God's ability. I wanted it, and he wanted to perform it in and through me. I said, yes. I would not reject the ministry God prepared for me. The ministry is my purpose for fulfilling my love for God and you. It is the avenue in which God uses to bless you. For I will bless you and make you a blessing, Genesis 12:2. Rejection of ministry is rebellion against God. Through Jesus, the dream and the desire are coming true. The reality of it is taking true form. Jesus is making me that teacher, author, and model. I am becoming. To become is power. Greatness is surfacing. When I speak of greatness, I'm not relating it to fame or money. Greatness is the power, ability to do and perform in spite of the odds. Greatness is to shine on the inside and cast a reflection on the outside. Whatever is shining on the inside of you should be coming out in some way, form, or fashion. Your God-given ability should be put to use, not hidden. Greatness is part of you being a new creation in Christ. If you don't have it now, you can get it in Christ. I got it. Greatness comes through Christ. Christ is your greatness and he lives within you. Greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. 1 John 4:4. Greatness comes along with the new creation, but it has to be developed. It's part of your spiritual inheritance as a child of the King. Don't be content to stay at one level of greatness. Seek maximization so you can do greater works. Seek to excel in the abilities and dreams that were endowed upon you. Invest in your dream, no matter how small the portion is. Make use of it. A little can become a lot if handled wisely. Don't despise the day of small beginnings. When developing in greatness, fear, shame, and embarrassment can be obstacles, but you must step out of them. Greatness diminishes fear and allows you to have good success. It replaces fear with courage and confidence in one's ability to do, perform, and carry out. As greatness begins to surface, you perceive a clearer vision of your purpose and its fulfillment. God has a plan and a purpose for your life, and you have a goal. Your purpose. The greatest purpose for your life and mine is to love the Lord our God and seek the betterment of our lives and the lives of others, to love our neighbours as ourselves. It is written, "Teacher, which is the greatest commandment in the law?" Jesus replied, Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment, and the second is like it. Love your neighbour as yourself. All the law and the prophets hang on these two commandments. Matthew 22:36-40. God's plan. God has a plan for you to fulfill your purpose. Jesus' death, burial and resurrection are God's plan for fulfilling his purpose. God first loved us. Now he says to love him and others. Through salvation and life in Christ Jesus, we fulfill purpose on our end. As you follow through with your love purpose, guidance, direction, and perception of God's plan for your individual life will be made known. You will be given knowledge of what you are to do or become. The Lord will guide you on the right avenue for carrying out your purpose. Our goal. Our goal in God's plan to fulfill purpose is to press through with faith, courage, perseverance, and determination. Trust God that he called you to this, and he will equip you with what you need to perform it. Jesus is the author and finisher of our faith. Hebrews 12:2. Growing in greatness and fulfilling purpose summarized. 1. Without Christ and faith in him, we can do nothing. 2. Give diligence to prayer and study in the word. 3. Power, ability comes alive and greatness is developed. 4. You gain a clearer perception of purpose and plan. This ends this message. Be watchful for my next video coming soon, titled You Are More Than a Conqueror Over Self-Pity.